Wife who has been missing for 4 years suddenly returns home on her own, but she doesn't come into the house. Instead, she hid in a supermarket near the house to work. Husband can't believe she's back, but his ex-wife has no memory of him. To make sure she was his ex-wife or not, Mark leaves the house behind his current wife's back. He took his ex-wife's clothes from the house. He asked her to put them on. At first Mary is delighted to think that she has bought them especially for her, but it soon became clear that the clothes were old. But she changed anyway, and she put on a wig with the same haircut as Mark's ex-wife. Do I look like her to you? Oh my god. You look so much like her. For a moment, Mark thought his ex-wife of 4 years was really back. The next day Mark approached his friend. He said there was no need for a DNA test. He was almost 100% sure that Mary was his ex-wife, but his friend told him to reconsider, because he was now a man with a new family. He thought his wife Ellie didn't know, but she had already found Mary in secret. Mary also confessed to meeting her. In the end, Ellie gave her $1 million to leave Mark. The money would have lifted her out of poverty as a waitress, but Mary didn't care about the money. She gives the money back to Mark and told him everything. Mark realized that Ellie had known all along. Mark promised Mary he would talk to Ellie himself, and then he said to Mary, "You don't just look like my ex-wife. You are my ex-wife. My ex-wife doesn't like to have her neck touched, and neither do you. She has a rose tattoo on her chest, and so do you. And you happen to have lost your memory of the last 4 years. That can't be a coincidence. The police and I always thought that when she disappeared, she was killed by a murderer who showed up years ago, but now you've only lost part of your memory." And yet, when Mary heard it, she said she had an ex-husband. She said, "We were married for 10 years. And Mark said that your ex-husband must have lied to you." She saw how excited Mark was. Mary had no choice but to say, "I'll try to believe it."